Yo, this is Stana, and you're listening to Two Broke Twimbos, the podcast.
We broke, we ain't got it. Broke, we ain't got it. Don't spend no money, ain't got no clothes, ain't got no cars, ain't got no hoes. We broke.
Yo, this is South Africa's own.
The militia.
You're now listening to Two Broke Twimbos.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You're now listening.
Real son.
Yes, you. Stop. We broke.
Welcome. This is Two Broke Twimbos. Check it out. My name is Danny, that guy, aka Denias, aka the only guy, aka your girlfriend probably pities me.
She certainly does.
Aka Dan More, or when you look at my body weight, more like Dan Less. Here with Phil. What's up, man?
Yes, it's me, Phil, aka Phil Chat, aka Pizza P, aka Shamari Jengero Drink, aka Flip Floss, the big boss, baby. And we here with a special guest to kick off season 2 of Two Broke Twimbos.
Check it out. We couldn't afford the internet. We couldn't afford even equipment. But we managed to bring the man Stunner himself into the studio.
That's right, Tazwita Cash Records.
Well, now I'm thinking, am I supposed to cook up some AKAs in my head or something, man? Yo, this your boy Stunner, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yo, what up, man? Thanks for coming through.
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Easy skanking. Now check it out. Two Broke Twimbos, as we let everyone know. Two Broke Twimbos is two guys with no money, but because cheat my connection, so we managed to get some of the biggest names in the studio just to connect them to their fans. So welcome, and
You're welcome.
yeah, hopefully the truth of the matter is we're gonna ask you for money at the end of the interview, so just keep that in mind.
And hopefully we too can Zwita Cash. See what I did there.
We broke.
Alright, man, so obviously the majority of Zimbabweans know Stunner. Stunner's been in the game for a while as a rapper or a urban groover. What are your thoughts on that debate?
Well, if you can tell me what an urban groover is, maybe I can answer you.
I don't know, man. Urban grooves is what's hot in Zimbabwe. So, I mean...
What's hot in Zimbabwe is the guys making the money.
Yeah?
That's what I think. You know, this whole who's a rapper, who's not a rapper, who's hip-hop, who's not hip-hop. People that ask that question usually don't even know what hip-hop is or what a rapper is. So, you know, as far as urban grooves is concerned, you know, if you're going to call Winky D or Sniper an urban groover, then yeah, man, because they all started out like that. Urban grooves is just a house that people left and started staying by themselves.
Look, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I would assume urban grooves just refers to urban music, right? Which includes hip-hop and R&B or whatever.
But that ain't the term in Zimbabwe runs on its own, I don't know, axis or something. You know, in Zim, when they actually say urban grooves, they're trying to say music in where. You know, isiri iripo chacha, because I'm thinking if you go out of the country, if you go out of Zimbabwe or internationally and you say I sing urban grooves, they're all gonna look at you like, huh? So the akuna music in the urban grooves, honestly speaking. That's where we all started. Mina na Sniper, Mina na Winky D, and what. And the second everybody realized what they were singing, some moved to dancehall, some went to jazz, some moved to hip hop, and all that. So now that's when you hear people saying urban grooves. No, it's the guys vakuita the other things vachiringorigo. So it's nothing like that. Moms vachiripo and moms in the urban grooves.
So Stunner is a rapper, hip-hop artist, huh? Easy peasy. I always thought it was a stupid debate anyway.
It is a stupid debate because ukabvisa Stunner unofana kubvisa mwana yesaripo, then there's no hip-hop. You probably mugona ngosara namaskiri.
Were those shots fired?
No, not even. Who's going to raise his head and say he's a hip-hop artist and they're going to 10,000 fans out there?
Yeah.
Nobody. They ask my shots. We're here to tell the truth, and that's what it is.
All right.
Stunner just touched on a point. So you just alluded to your fan base. I just every time I check my Instagram, I see Stunner. He's always in another country, Durban, Australia.
Stunner ain't go same level.
Texas.
No, but I mean, like, for example, we're talking about how you came up, the whole urban grooves debate, but, you know, as you said, it moved off into the various genres, or rather, people rather identified whatever the various genres it is that they were doing. So who else would you identify as a rapper in Zim from that same era?
From that same era, you see, some of the guys, most of the guys are just being known now. But I can say, you know, people, they didn't know that Junior Brown's been there ever since. You know, I can say ever since white man came to Africa. You know, Junior Brown been there. Junior Brown has been there. He did my first song.
Oh, word?
He produced it.
Oh,
you know, and Junior Brown's the guy that helped me. I don't know if I should say this, man, but yeah, you could say I stole my very first album in Nagaribiru and Junior Brown from the studio, and yeah, you know, he's always been there. So I don't know if you want to call him Urban Groover then, rapper now, but I know he was there. And then we have the guys that stopped. The David Chifunyi says they were rappers. They had their own style of rapping. So, you know, with rap, you got different styles. So
I agree. Ice Prince is called a rapper. But at the same time, he's got the whole Niger kind of thing going.
And you know, to just touch on another point, see, this is where I feel some of our musicians, because it's usually when you say debate, it's usually artists that are debating because they're trying to remove somebody that they think is competition so that they can be on top.
Yeah.
Right. You can get a guy like Drake. He's going to sing a song, right? He's not even going to rap.
Yeah.
And it'll be under hip hop. Then you get me, I do what I do. Then you say, no, that is not hip hop. But then when I decided to rap, then you say, yeah, he's a hip hop artist. As long as you hip hop inside, if you feel it in your heart that you're hip hop, nobody should dispute that. Because that's what you are. You can't tell me I'm Moses when I'm Desmond.
We see you. All right, man. So let's talk about your career. You were talking about your first album, or the first song you did actually, which was produced by Junior Brown. What were the first stunner hit tracks?
My first single, I did it with XQ, actually. You know, it was like, I was like the guy I did at XQ, you know, like, so, yeah, I did it with XQ. But my first tracks, when Tech 5 decided to do an album called Bad Boys of Chamembe. Right, so, and apparently everyone was recording singles, and then I did 4 singles, and they were all big. Then Tech 5 decided he was going to put all 4 singles on the album. And I was like, whoa, my guy. If you put 4 singles on that album, what am I going to do? So, yeah, I'm sorry, dog, man. Hey, but that's when we decided, you know, hey, Junior Brown, hey, I need these songs, man. This is my album. These are the tunes. So the tunes like Daf Corera, Rodore Mari, Hameno, they were all smash hits. They were all big tunes. And then, you know, we just did that, and then I'm not going to say we left with the tunes, but then we later on told Tech 5 that, you know, look, I'm producing an album and I'm going to use those singles. But then, yeah, that's what happened. And the Bad Boys of Chamembe didn't happen after all. So, yeah.
Well, when was that? I actually remember that. That was like early 2000s, isn't it?
Yeah, soon after the whole Chamembe 1, Chamembe 2.
Okay, so then after that, you did this first album with Junior Brown?
Yeah. Like I said, he's always been there.
Yeah.
Except for now, he's an artist by himself, so he's doing his thing.
Dope. Which one would you say of all the tracks in history has been the one that actually says stunner? Yeah, Kuti. If someone doesn't know stunner, right, and they're trying to introduce this artist sounds a stunner, this is his hit track.
I don't know if you want me to put it that way, because I'm sort of like a money guy. If it ain't about the money, it ain't about me. But if it's about people out there, big one, yeah, I think we'll pick 3 tracks, I think. You know, we'll get Daf Corera, Godo, and Tim Hombe.
What is the first song you remember that you made being played on the radio? And where were you?
It was the first tune, Rodore Mari. Yeah, and I was by Eastgate, because we used to hang around there with Rocky and I heard it being played in some shop, and I actually ran like crazy through the mall, you know, putting it everywhere. Hey, song yangu, it's good, song yangu. You know, just looking at me like, yeah, so, you know, but yeah, that was it. It was Rodore Mari. It was huge for me. It was huge for me because that song, it was like the simplest song ever. It was about some girl.
You used to hang out at Eastgate with Rocky.
Oh, we used to chill there. That was the spot. That was the spot.
What do you think of this recent news? Rocky. Some of it, exaggerated.
Well, I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't seen the whole. What are they calling it? Amarok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen them together or anything for me to.
Amara Brown and Rocky. Amarok. not the car.
Did they get an endorsement?
I think that's the plan, guy.
Okay.
But I'm gonna pindra na meno. It's not gonna eat.
Yeah.
Because brains are just gonna go gumana.
I know we Jerasi Cheti. Asha.
You never stood a chance anyway.
Asha. Anyway, it's one of those. All right, so those are your first songs, first album. What about the first live show that you remember?
It was Delani Makalima's show in Mutare. Yeah, they were doing some Miss Mutare, I think. Right, and
From Mutare.
like I said, I've always been a guy. If I set my sights on something, I know this is what I want. If I want Dennis' jacket, and I know he's not going to sell it or whatever, best thing is to be his friend for the longest time until he's fed up of the jacket, and then he can pass it down to me. So I was the guy that was learning. Like, I could dance. That's what I knew the most, because stepping on my bow just misa zvinu mbawa kuti kana boys dzakutamba pachirira enzani what Capone and Noriega, tamba pa dance floor. So that's what I could do. So I was the guy I tell boys zaimba because I knew what I wanted to do. So I was learning a few things. So I just incorporated my dancing, helping out the guys that were singing, because they could sing, but definitely the dancing part, they didn't have that. So I also wanted to go to the show, and I'd find my way kwagune mashow and chitera basically. Then I started helping these guys out, dancing for them and everything, and not getting paid. I repeat that, not getting paid. Because most of these guys that I'm working with right now, they get this feeling that I'm supposed to pay them. I don't owe them anything. I'm working for them by being with them. So they should be paying me.
All right.
So yes, not getting paid for about 4 or 5 years, just moving with them and singing one song and one song only, Rodoro Mari. Until, people started requesting for the dancer guy to come. That's when I was like, no, if you want the dancer guy to come, you need to start paying the dancer guy. So they started paying the dancing guy, and I started singing my one song, second song, third song, until I told my Shivo, you know what, I'm now doing this thing by myself. And
that's dope. I mean, we've always been told that. I think almost every artist we've had an interview with, we've asked about live shows, because I think sometimes you can just see there's a bit of a difference when you're watching, like, if you're watching, concerts outside the country or whatever, and you see it's made such a big deal. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an occasion. There's so much put behind it. And then sometimes over here, it's kind of like, ungo kanda ma artists together, ungo isa pa stage, apane two speakers, but one in kushanda.
The mic don't work.
You just shout loudly.
Or you end up getting the DJ's headphones and they change mic.
So what are your thoughts on like how important, or what do you think needs to be done in terms of Zim and live shows? Do you think it's just something that Zimbabweans aren't that into, or what?
Well, as an artist now, sometimes it's up to you, because people are going to come, and personally, wherever I'm at, I know there are people that are there not just to enjoy the show, but because the papa fry beans. So if I'm getting engaged in a live show, I need to know what sound system they're using, what the show is about, who else is going to be there, and why they are doing the show. Because we've got all sorts of these people that say they're promoters, but basically, so I wish I knew that I can sound like wangu imba chete uyu anasabude mbawa kunopezera waputika voice vichedza kushedzera. Saka it's about self-respect. Because what's gonna happen afterwards, unakauya kana sound yakadhakwa ndisitana anga akadhakwa, it's not the sound akati boa or anombwa ita kana kutengwa nemakeni but what's impressive about kutengwa nemakeni is people are actually buying drinks.
It's a mission accomplished.
People are actually buying drinks out. But that sound has to be perfect for me.
All right.
Bringing out the importance of the sound check before any show.
you've done shows internationally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where have you gone to do shows?
Just not Asia.
Just not Asia, everywhere else.
Yeah, I think I'm trying my best. Yeah.
Tibera my details.
I've been to France, Spain, the US, UK, Australia, and I haven't been to a lot of places. Yeah, and just Southern Africa. Yeah.
All right. Dope. So how would you compare like the crowds that side to here?
Now for me the crowd is starting to change because now I noticed I'm getting a few foreigners coming through. You know, because I used to it would just be Zimbabweans only in France and Spain. That's when there was like one or two Zimbos. But you find that side out there, they're all about your instrument or your beat and how you're on the beat. If they can just feel it, that's a heavy tune and the guy is entertaining, that's that. You're done. You can sing anything. You can sing the most monotonous song. As long as it's going.
Yeah.
Go on.
Nah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
But bring it down to the point here. Kuti kunzi hip hop akusi kuti waimba nechirungu man. No.
Yeah, like Future doesn't sing in English. I don't know what language he sings. I don't understand his song, but that's not English. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Stunner, I think we've noticed a trend in your last few singles. Basically, over the last year, you've gone from rapping mainly in Shona. You're now dropping a few rhymes here and there in English as well. Was that a conscious decision on your part? And why is that?
I discovered I wasn't using that A I got in high school. No, but like seriously, there's a number sparker here and there because now I got a few white friends and everything. You know, now I'd love for them to, sometimes actually hear what I'm singing and stuff. So I'm just mixing. My fan base it's getting wider and wider. So here and there, something you do.
So currently, I think in terms of the direction of the last couple of songs, in fact, pretty much since Stunner began, right? Your focus in terms of what you're rapping about is very braggadocio. You know what I mean? It's very, for lack of a better word, egotistical, right? It's very much about Nagaip.
If you follow the brand, it's Tazera Cash Records. Seriously, you think we're going to sing about Namayagan Magandipa Mai? I mean, honestly, you brought into this world, I don't want to bring that into my life because if you sing about it, it'll come. We sang about traveling before we even had passports.
Yeah.
And via. And right now, Shastra is up in the States. Chichi, Tazera Cash, heavy. That's what we're going to sing about. And Namo, trust me. And love.
The reason I say that is because I know, like, obviously, people complain about a lot of things. And I am a Zimbo standard about anyone who does anything. And I think number one complaint about Sana, I know Zidao.
Andrew kona manje anzistana nozvinzwa ndotadza nekuzvinzwa indinenzeve no nenzeve no zvinzwa sipakwane life yawa man. It's just like wanza mwari anofara so awapa dollar wopembedza kuti ndaita dollar anofara kuti yeah at least is appreciating it apana chekuchemera apana tiri muno just like the same guys that sing about drive-bys and 22-inch rims. Drive by Zimbabwe, sorry, beat you down. What? Zimbabwe. The worst you can get, ndirwa kuva mbawa Zimbabwe. Mpuwa mbama kana zvatosvika wokupedzisira. But banga chara urone unzi ongorera sky wazobaiwa because mama ane beef nega. Hakuna chinhu chinonzi beef, especially in our industry.
Yeah.
So, pane chingweta kungospakana because I don't think I'm going to have beef with anyone. Nini beef unenge utotadza kubuda mba kwako nchiza ndakakumira ndotokudhaya ukabuda. That is beef.
Yeah.
Beef arisatiraitika muZimbabwe. Sanyeperewani. And got a team, but Tazera Cash Records, trust. Yes, we can sing about life, but I'm not going to bring it life mangu inini kuti ndatambura because kana uchinwa team akuseni sadza maskati sadza manheru wakaipa. That's what I believe, wakaipa. Saka celebrate life. zvinhu zvirobho zvinoyakaori handingamboya kuzokumbira fil ndipo $10 izva ndikutambudzika wangu but ndipo $10 ndokudzosera Friday ndionawo but ndikakuudzani kuti wangu zvinhu zviri kufaya chamari haya zvine zvichitoda tomuvha kana Thursday anyway une 10,000 yekuwedzerere chichitoita profit unozosipakisa zvinowana but now this thing I'm against it. Even all my guys in my team, I tell them, you know what, sing zvinhu zviri happy. If you're going to do a love song, do a love song. Ukaimba kuti baby ndazo di ndikurwadziwa, trust me, give it a few months unorwadziwa zvesho.
So basically what Stud is saying is speak your reality into existence.
Trust me, it works.
Motivational.
To be honest, it's kind of how we got the internet guy to do this particular new season. Just believe in it.
Right.
And you get it.
Okay.
Just say it.
So I think we should change the name from Two Broke Twimbos to Two Slightly Wealthy.
If you remember muri broke manje because mwangoita mari I'm not net.
Yeah. All right, man. As someone who's obviously been in the game for such a long time, over 10 years, what are we talking? We're talking like what? Over 10 years.
Exactly 14.
Yeah,
14 years.
Yeah, 14 years. Because I remember, I think it was Form 4. I remember Stunner and XQ coming to my school. That was a lonely night for me, guys. I don't want to lie.
And you couldn't go?
Girls do not want to see me. Like, dude, what am I supposed to do? After Stunner came and did his whole thing, XQ
Stunner
had his little set.
No, it was very strategic, man. It was working because Stan was XQ was coming through with his whole Mazurudo, Softer my baby, or then in Hameno, the rough side boys. We were like a solid team.
Which target my youth.
We had to start somewhere. We had to grow with your. It was about growing with your fan base. Like what's happening now? Hanzi, it's a live band. Hey, Madara, ngavaite zve Madara because you know what? Vanarguya varukuza so. Saka kura ne fan base yako, but uimba uchita hanzi because I know a lot of guys that were good. Then they started doing this whole trakuimbira Madara, and now mbazvango dzima zvakadaro. Because Madara awanzobatika kwamene mchibatika futi. Sa inonetsa.
Hey, boom. Hey, boy. Anyway, I was saying, as someone who's been in the game for exactly 14 years, obviously you've seen the hip hop industry in Zim grow. So you have some insights that we would like to hear. So, just in general, what's Zim hip hop like now as compared to, in the past?
Okay, I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to say yes. Zim hip hop, it's there, right? Assuming it's there.
Be negative.
It's facing a very, very big challenge because most of the guys, I think they don't want to be Zimbabwean, right? You might be staying in Bordeaux or some of these poshy places, but when we say Zimbabwe, right, you need to be everything about Zimbabwe, right? Because when you get into your house, when most of these guys get into their houses, inenga to America because ana Zimbabwe rukitika kunze opposite mungu kuti if it's coming from the hood akapinda mden 2 hours and kurarama life jaja that upenyu is life as and kurarama upenyu ngararama life so now when the most vocal guys vanonga vachigara kune the poshy places, right, if you say define hip hop, now hip hop to them is watching Weezy and then they say yeah this is hip hop, but no one is going to listen to that. Why English is not the most spoken language in the world is because kunema China ndo wakawandisa and wantaura Chinese. So hence that's the most spoken language, Chinese, in the world. So meaning to munom, if you're going to say Zim hip hop, it has to apply to the masses. Kuti zvizobvumwa kunzi zvamukuita mimi zvechivhete zvekuimba ma drive by muchita scanner dage or then you want to fight that and you bring it to fight song inenge chinzi kana riri gododzo raishanje unotadza kuwina because now you're fighting like the country and mungori vanhu tange India, like 10%.
I'm India.
So now I'm just saying, if the hip hop artists could just, we don't need to get together, but Gaya Uruega from where you are, okay, really, is this a hobby or is this a business? Right? If it's a hobby, then yeah, you can do what you want. You can make those hard bass lines or what. But in personally, for myself, with my hip hop, I'm touching news, north, east, west, south. And I know I'm doing that because I relate to everybody. So if I sing that I know that guy in Bordeaux is going to feel the same way. Because I just woke up, So that's trying to have that music with everyone. And I even made a suggestion before Zim Dance. I was telling the guys, look guys, Zimbabwe independence, Ice-T or anyone, Bob Marley. Zimbabwe is a reggae, it's got reggae roots. That's what it is. So why don't we blend that bass line mangoma, right? Then to hip hop, to chase some strings or what. Then we can come up with our own sound. Right? What in the head? Then be true hip hop. Then I don't know the true hip hop. Who are you trying to be true to if you can't be true to yourself? So we have a problem with that. They feel mukaita what is Zimbabwe and what is liked by the masses. Ausina style, ausina swagger, So Zimbabwean hip hop is first in a problem, and it will take a while kuti ifuresm dancehall. Because honestly speaking, at this moment in time, Zimbabwean hip hop, kunema masses, yakabatwa na Stana na Maskiri. If you remove Stana and Maskiri from an equation, it will just be music inogadzirwa mutuma home studio vachiridzira na kumaraini.
All right. Okay, so I mean, those are all very dope points, I have to say. But bottom line, for Zim hip hop to be successful, it has to be in Shona, or rather in Shona.
It doesn't have to be in Shona. You just have to relate. Just relate. And there's nothing wrong about singing about we got cars and you got. If you've got the cars, sing about the cars. Just for us to believe, for us to relate with what you're saying. Let's see you with the cars. Because I'll tell you, in all my songs, and right now I'm putting this out there. It's not in closed quotes or anything. Oh yeah, fine. You can quote me. Apana chandakayimba, chandisina kuita or chandisiri. From the first song to the now song. As much as they say no vaira and or I've said it all. Because and this many bandir boat to right. And sana mukumbira gasi and sana mbira say tuonwa tuntuto abata na kana sina bagere bawa no gara kudendo save kana bawa yakwana nenda bawa. Then we sing about that Jonze aruvera kuonera akusikuonera zvinhu zviri kuitika mana mda banda abatwa pachikona, then we sing pa next door panetsaona. That's what's happening. Let's just relate. It's nice to sing. I'm not going to mention names, but Arikoma Studio, they've got that hard bass line and as make a sense. You're starting music. You don't have much. Only one pair kwa tenderfoot. Let's go with that. Because triko hobo tina one pair ma tenderfoot. And two, wakuimbot ndane 2, ndane 3. And 3, you can say now the Bentley is outside. We'll be with you because we know your struggle. I started with Rudor Wemara and Ngarugone because I knew I could not afford having a girlfriend. To Anzi, I'm cheating, Kungaskana Tuni one guy. To my baby, no one face. So it's just about relating, and you will have a following, trust me. But don't go jump at the gun. You've learned how to rap. You get into the studio. Now you start saying, yo, me and my boys up in the club. What club? You and your boys mukupinda mbari amtombotenga gas futhi mukapinda mama. So no one is going to follow you because we don't know you from anywhere. So like I was saying, like Junior Brown, he has been there. I know akaimba something akatarati struggle what. I know he's for real because he was there before I was there. That's just how much respect I have for him.
All right, dope. So okay, we got Junior Brown. Who else do you think right now? I know you said right now hip hop is Stana and Maskiri. Who's almost there?
When I say hip hop is Stana and Maskiri,
to the masses,
I'm saying you can actually expect something from them tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? We've got guys that have done my tracks, but I'm not going to say I'm looking forward to so and so's next thing because I don't even know if he's going to release. because they haven't had a tune to follow up the other tune. And honestly speaking, for you, Kuti, I'm X-Men, you need to have 5 or more big tunes.
Okay.
So who's got 5 or more big tunes? Who do you consider like if he does a bit more work, I'm gonna show a competition?
I like the way Tags is doing his thing, because I actually have people asking me who he is. You know, there's a guy called Tags, and he switched his style. He's got this whole singing thing going on, and then he's rapping, and he's got the house thing going on. You can tell he's building a crowd. All he just needs is that one boom tune. If he decides to add cross as Samora Machel, Clarence, Dr. Clarence, in Ditro song. The normal different fillers on this song because now you find what people do is standardize a song with Bashupi. Before that, no one is well. After that, there's somebody Bashupi. Song I change Toby. I'm not refusing that. You know, our motto is we lead and others follow. But experiment, go out there, see what's out there. Boys zangu, especially we here in Newlands, boys zekuno index side mbono gocha zizi kwafatso mereki this is Zimbabwe, man. You don't need a passport to go places.
Yeah. Just
drive down Mongoshika Budiriro, just chill, hear what the street lingo is. Why guys like Soldier Love and Colors and them are on top is that it's because they're controlling the streets. So if you have a new word like, you know, Chibaba, Chimdara, Chijeye, if you have that, then it's done. You know, I know it's weird or Jnorambika to say the first guy gatanga ut in Dape to come up with that word. And I'm face wago mammed in Dape, but then that started spreading. Right. I know I'm the guy that said Jirise Murise. That was me. Right. When you can do that, you don't get that from chilling. Akuna word wrote deji wangu arimbotere aritendreke nyika. Ndakatori maka. Aritendreke nyika, and you won't even do anything. And it wasn't a room going to fire and Zrukfire yakatangwa some guy kubindura akaita some song achiti kutiza mangoda uchienda ku South Africa kuno ku Zimbabwe Zrukfire. Then that song was big diaspora. Zhenzi Zrukfire kuno ku Zimbabwe chichi makatiza muenda diaspora. Then now everyone in diaspora is saying Zrukfire.
Zrukfire.
That's
cool. On the Facebook page.
But now the funny thing is the guy doesn't even know that. He's there in Bindura. His name is Prinko. You know? But he's controlling the streets. He didn't do a video, just like our hip hop guys.
Shots fired.
All right, man. No, I hear you. Do you know what? Actually, that's a very solid point. I guess a lot of times people are just thinking, Kuti, I'm not aiming to go to the masses. I'm just aiming to go to a certain group, or you're looking for my niche or whatever. I mean,
so following that point, you've spoken that artists aren't consistent. There are very few artists in Zim hip hop that are consistent in your eyes. What do you think Zim hip hop can do to improve its international appeal?
I think first of all, you can't just go international. Jay-Z, Ariko, you can't rap like Jay-Z. Ice Cube, Ice-T, and them, they're all there. And honestly speaking, Ukapindam shop. And there's Lil Wayne there, and there's that other guy trying to rap like Lil Wayne. I'm not gonna get your CD because I got the real deal, Panababa. I might as well just listen to Lil Wayne. And
I don't know why you'd want to listen to Lil Wayne, but anyway.
Not that I would, you know, get his CD because honestly speaking, that would be up on Keith Murray. But
Keith Murray has done something since like 98.
Yeah, that's me. And no sega because I'm not gonna be outshined by Afan Arero on a Lil Wayne. Yet I was all heavy D, Keith Murray, you know, we'll be clubbing. That was it.
Standing showing his age right now, bro.
My man. Okay, look. Okay, to be honest, you may be, arguably, we can say Stan is the biggest hip hop act in Zim, right? But frankly, your videos are not being played on Trace, on MTV, on whatnot. So what we're saying is, how can we get Stunner's videos, and not just Stunner, Wamwe Wacho, get them to trace, get iTunes, the Billboard charts.
It's a simple thing. I think for the longest time, and I think I've given up now. I've been asking B-San, Bigotten.
Yeah.
I've been asking him, dude, manage me. I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
But all I just want is someone that says, give me this and I'll take it there. I even know where to take the videos if you want them on MTV. I had a tune that was on MTV for a long time. Right. I even know, but Tinenungo. Right. It's our right to be played on Channel O.
Yeah.
We don't have to beg. We actually, each country has a percentage airplay on Channel O. But yes, Zimbabwe, I shan't disco, Buffalo Soldier. Because what we just we got top videos from MMT. If you see tags videos, and even I've got a recent video, Superstar, but still I'm just holding it. It's there at home. No more like the boys zang trace up a net, put on my views, chichiche, topo asando, then tata wanzirana, agone, we are not gonna. That's what we do in Zimbabwe. Tinenungo, but we work very, very hard to buri it's a product. Enengekadzia. But tozongoita nungo dzekuendesa zvinhu South Africa. Amene pamutechi tikakwira bhazi.
Une internet nayo ungoemaila ka video yacho kani.
Handiskuza chi. You see, it's that easy, right? It's that easy. How many times have I emailed? Okay, I emailed your song.
Yeah.
I could have just done the same thing emailing my video.
Yeah.
But I didn't. We don't do that. There's no management. Basically, that's just it. There's no management that says we need something that is called controlled beef. Right. Vanu daropa. Especially, this is not gospel music, it's hip hop music. It's not gospel. People need to understand that. And they start don't go on my song, don't go. It cannot deny Zosera. Artist music. I see okay. If we're gonna do gospel song, we can get a religious version of Stana to Diwa. No. Moita.
But I've actually heard good Diwaga is the gospel stunner. But anyway, moving on.
But I'm just saying for our hip hop, because the only reason why Macheso, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like Macheso power ake now nyasita strong edge because the guy he used to do that rivalry with, Dewa Agashai. And runs is those gospel guys and people always want to know when the then you have so they wait for the other guy. Few Kings and MMT, they blew up because of but this thing also no tamafe no let's get married then
well actually in MMT's latest song, like the last bar before the last hook is MMT, we the real few kings. I was like, oh, Inga Rava.
You see, so now if the few kings were still there, we'd all be looking forward to, we'd all be looking forward to, what are they going to say? What are they going to say? And then masses are built that way. You know, if you hear a Maskiri track, don't what it, Achadichi, Nyangwakatara, Tafana, Ma Barans, Stana Wanzuri Barans, even though my name wasn't even in there.
Starting any mindset, yeah, the game. Oh, atanga beef basically.
No, it's business. Yeah. It is business. You go over story go weekend keke opposite story go weekend keke wangu. Na ufana make short cream yonga ya penga frego.
Pause.
But basically for hip hop, and there's one other show that says hip hop. It's supposed to be this Zimbabwean show about hip hop, and they're playing Tupac, and I don't know how that helps Zimbabwean hip hop. Honestly speaking, you're playing Tupac in this. Yeah, he was great, yes, but in this 2014, the guy is dead. There is no Machiavelli happiness. He's dead. Play something relevant so that they understand what we're singing now. We're not building hip hop that way. And the guys in Bulawayo, they need to stop thinking they're in South Africa. They should sing hip hop for Zimbabwe. If I can get guys in Bulawayo dancing to my rhymes, probably they don't even know what I'm singing. The same should be happening with the Bulawayo cats. And they're quick to saying, there's the internet, it's there. No one monitors that.
I didn't actually have a problem with that because I've often been accused, but I read the blowout. I'm like, I don't even check where you're from before I play a song. You know what I mean?
I heard a guy called Kelvin or something from Blowout. Dope tune. And one word.
There's POY that he's got dope music. A couple other guys, but I mean, basically, I'm like, look, if your music is good, it will play. You know? I'm in. Anyway,
it will play. But anyway, for basically for hip hop, they need to stop crying. They are singing hip hop after all. Ndikakuwanzira nasi uda kutsamwechi pick yourself up Zosera if you can, because honestly to get out a fight I don't know there no, but there's no beef because my streets is takura chiro wane huni uchivunzwa passport muraina unogara unzi ukwenda upi une passport unza 5 cents. How
old are you, bro?
See,
dude was pre-independence.
5 cents, you know, kutubude muraini maunogara, so you can't tell me nothing about the streets or that will not happen. Zimbabwe is a free country, tribo. Let's just do music to say anoda some feelings ba mangoma. So
it's a Winky D reference. Anyway, moving on outside, you know, I mean, yeah, we've been talking about all of this, but there's some silver linings anyway. For example, congratulations on your nomination for the Africa Magazine Music Awards. Yeah, you were actually telling me that Mazimba, you know, they're like, no, Stana will never win because the other people in his category are
AKA
Kulichana, AKA Wells Donald. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Because I think personally, it's just a matter of numbers.
Yeah,
Nigeria 1 trillion guys.
I think it's fair. What they did there, they've got like the whole Southern Africa voting for Wariwega.
Yeah,
and Eastern, Western Wariwega with their billions of people there. So
you might be slightly over the numbers, but okay.
Billion, trillion, that's different.
So yeah, you get guys like AKA they're at an advantage because they're international. So he can get people from Nigeria voting for him. So I'm only looking at Zimbabweans voting for me, you know, and a few of my Nigerian peeps that are against certain people. So you know, my Ghanaian peoples, you know.
Yeah, it's 2014. We'll move on to new stories anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they can vote for me, but now problem mindset Zimbo. Because atimbofa takabuda mzimbabwe kana sort wasimbiswa kudeni, because even if you get the opportunity to step up to Jay-Z and say, hi, my name is Stana, if he's interested in hearing what you have to say, I'm sure when you're talking to him, he's going on Google Stana Zimbabwe, and then you appear there chilling with your 352 fans. He's gonna look at you like, dude, even if you're good, I can't sell you in your own country. You know, that's just what it is. People don't get it. Sing that one Sungura song, Paneyo whole true hip hop, 9 other songs. Be big in your country first. That's what the guys abroad in Tosha, you get the big hits that you'll get from 2 Chainz, and then it does his dirty South stuff that Future on the chorus, and you can't even hear it. They're just going, because that's their music. But then for them to sell something to you, then the Robin Lloyd or Ciara or somebody uti ya ichi chindo chatisha hapa ichi kuzotenga album achifungwa ti rakazara ne ichi then also navane some funky music. So I'm appealing to my fellow friends. I'm not saying I'm perfect or I'm the best guy or I'm good or anything, but I understand zvinoitika kumaraini because ndofamba kumaraini, right? Let's sing one. If you're going to call it an urban groove song, yes, just one per your album. Just do 1 track, and then the rest you can do your true hip hop music, and then you just see how many fans you get. They'll appreciate your other stuff because akuna song boa. That's what I believe. Or amboga is about repeat. Unopezera kuimba.
Usadambotera Iggy Azalea.
But achiri kuimba is just like seeing mukadzi ane musika pakona kana kuti akaisa pakati peroad apa papanze apa peZF mandiri. Mangwana aripo, the next day aripo, she has a reason why she's there. Zvukufaya
kanzuka
apana kanzura ndiri, but ari kuzata vanhu vashoma vari kuuya. Saka Iggy ane vanhu vake vari kuimbira, but kana arida kuzobata isusu akangokandoka 1 ka something. It's just like if I do my Urban Grooves album, then they say country song that becomes a hit, I'm gonna have so many Americans buy my album, and I'll force them to listen to my urban stuff.
Okay, so back to the. You think you definitely have a chance to to get the award.
If Zimbabwe supports me, this ain't about music. Yes, I was noticed because I'm doing stuff. You know, I'm all over. I'm on the internet posting my music, tagging everybody on Instagram and saying, yo, this is me, Stana, yeah, Ndinuacho. But this ain't about you did a song in Onzichi. This is about your peoples. Are they going to support you? So in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, Zimbabwe will gas this. But if the Zimbabweans are not voting, then yeah, that's that.
One. All right, man. Listen, we're going to get kicked out of the studio just now, guys. So let's just rush through a couple of more points before we leave. Personal life. You got a girlfriend?
I got a girlfriend. I got a daughter. I got a life.
Let's hear about them, guy.
Yeah, I've got a girlfriend, but I don't know when this podcast is going to come out because maybe I might just break up with a girlfriend. Then she mention names, and then it's a new girl. It's a new girl, and what? Hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah.
It's a little late for that because I mean you've already put stuff out there. And
Tambiga, stuff you put out there because sometimes the girl feels, you know what, you need to tell people that I'm the one. Otherwise, I'm not my generator on. So yeah, but sometimes you actually flossing, and then the wonder because heavy because even face it what's up. So.
And probably finally your latest track, Superstar.
Latest video, actually. Hey.
Latest video.
Video just went up. I got the email. Speaking of which, actually, I saw a video. I think it was like last month. Started dropped a video and he was breaking it down in the iron.
Yeah, Superstar, and still. You know, it's a brilliant video, full HD. It's beautiful. I love it. And like I've been saying, you know, I keeps it local. I did it with some guys from Budiriro. You know, they came through. Those same guys that inbox you and say, "Blaz, my video." And I know most artists they ignore such mail. But, I always follow up and say, okay, show me what do you do. So, yeah, I did that with those guys. And then they're like, I checked my videos. Well, but if you tell us what you want, we can do that. So I told them what I wanted. And then they said, yeah, come through, put my directions. But I know Budiriro, Tangira, Towndu. Then shot the video. Came out. It's brilliant. Check it out. Stunner Superstar featuring Size 6 and J Boss.
So I think on that note, we can end. As a note, we weren't making fun of Future, we're just talking about his music because we are giving away 5 CDs of Future's latest album. All you have to do to win those 5 CDs, courtesy of Sony Music Africa, is follow 2 Broke Twimbos, Danny That Guy, Phil Chard, and of course Stana Zim.
Yeah, and the question being, sorry, just one last thing. I do not know. We need to come up with a plan of how we can tendereza Zim hip-hop music. That's just another thing because there are no albums in stores because you can't do an album now. The second you've done an album, so we just need to find a way.
Oh no, there's something coming up. Don't worry.
Okay,
there's some plans in the works.
Then we'll sit down and talk. There are things in motion.
There's things in motion. I just now you be like, it's like, where's that? Yeah, don't worry, man. There's plans in place, but. Thanks for coming through, man. And we're going to end off, I think, with your brand new track, Stunner, featuring Size 6 and J Boss. It's called Superstar. And, don't forget, subscribe to 2 Broke Twimbos. Make sure you look for us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll hook you up with some future CDs, courtesy of Sony Music Africa. We'll see if we can get Stunner to give us some music as well.
Yeah, and check it out, yo. That same song, after you listen to it, it was done by the same guy that's doing the Zim dancehall rhythms, Mount Zion, T-Man from Chitungwiza. Like I was saying, Fambai Boys down, just because you're recording with one guy doesn't mean you should die there. I don't know, Sungiro, there are no contracts in Zim because no one is paying anyway. So, yeah.
On that note.
Alright, don't forget to follow us. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, RSS feeds, Facebook.
Technology, yes, we've got it locked down.
Yes, as long as they have our bundles.
Yeah, and as long as we don't have bundles, you can follow me at Stunner Zim, Twitter and Instagram. Facebook page, Stunner to Zero Cash Records.
We out.
We broke.
It's TC, Toyota Cash Records back in the building. Doing the tours, size 6, the perfect fit. Stunner, what up? It's Kuno Man J Boss. Apana kana pressure, superstars. T-Nutzy, Duns and Dandizi. Service.
Mount Zion music. See, my mama always told me, Kuti manamu, you're a superstar, superstar, superstar. And if we see Kwakayana, manamu, you're a superstar, superstar, superstar.
Brand new flow, brand new bits, brand new style and brand new kicks, brand new life, brand new chicks. I got it good, now I'm on my brand new twits. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back on the money. Just lost for a second, but we're winning now. No rear view mirrors, cause we don't look back now. I ain't changed, but I'm just a little grown now. We like to party, la-di-da-di, we don't bother nobody, we just puff, then we pause. Now we're pachikokiana, totambizana gas, so don't define me, cause I ain't even started. I remember them fools, I'm the one they all hated. Look down on me like you're all in heaven, but I'm heaven sent. I'm the one that you've been given.
See, my mama always told me, Kuti manamu, you're a superstar, superstar, superstar. And if we see Kwakayana, manamu, you're a superstar, superstar, superstar.
Cameras flashing, I'm way past blushing. Pose for the frame, cause everybody watching. Fist bump, my closest fan, you my number one. We turned up for this, cause the DJ dropped another one. Whole girl be like, do you still remember? Rock a club card like I was the city member. Delete all my numbers and call me never. Got a new test now, I done changed my flavor. From failure to failure, we didn't stop, no. Success is knocking, we ain't giving up, no. Ndepie news, itarangu ndistana. Zen zone finest, I they enter the place now. Mama said it, the world might just run dry. But remember to never let them see you cry. Hold your head up, you're a superstar, my son. Dini maivapo ne mashoko aya, I'm done.
My mama always told me, Kuti manamu, you're a superstar, superstar, superstar. And if we see Kwakayana, manamu, you're a superstar, superstar, superstar.
With a brand new stunner, type in, I tell you right, you don't know Obama. Gotta make a movie, type of made it in my drama. Real superstars in the top, really proper on the rail, you can see me on the radio. Like I stick it in the ditch, man, little crazy, yo. I get paid when I'm hitting on the stereo. Start back again, baby, got it, here we go. Broke out the zipper, but I'm never coming back. Son, I gotta tell him, so we gotta make a track. Working on this new one, and we drop it like that. All up in their faces, but no start of money flat. Staging and we killing it, the people that my feeling it, a brand new era in the music, do my duty. Traveling, go get and taking shows overseas. The Panaka guy, but this is what we see. Boys and boys, the jago, shape it in my record, and we killing my careers, and we did it in a second. The Panaka pressure when I said it all, I made it. Cause the cash making all the money, take a picture.